All right, guys, I'm back with another one. This is Savage Red Recovery, and this is some trash. So here's an article that I found. Article: Why are some men so terrible, and what can we do about it? So this right here is a straight feminist. Men suck. Women don't do this stuff. We need to simp our boys down because men are bad, and we're gonna explain that. Before we get into it, pelvis thrust that like button, destroy destroy that sub button, and share this if you can. Help me with the algorithms. I would much appreciate it. All right. A woman I was interviewing recently told me that a few months into a promising relationship that a man she was seeing suddenly stopped answering her texts. Worried she sent an email and then tried calling him. With the results, no reply. Then she discovered that she was also blocked from social media. What happened? She had just experienced ghosting. Okay, so yes, men, we do ghost women. That happens. A lot of the time it's because we really weren't serious about you women. We didn't want nothing but the booty, and you gave us that booty, or you were nagging too much, or you were running your mouth too much, or you were trying to change us, or you were complaining too much, or you were too needy. You were being a liability and you are not being beneficial to us. So the easiest thing to do is just leave you alone because we're not trying to fight with you because we've been fighting with you. So we ghost you. We just dip out because it wasn't that serious. And I guarantee this dude right here was not being serious with her in those serious relationships. That's just how she felt. And then she realized it wasn't her fault, which it was 2 split seconds of her thinking it was her, and then it immediately became him because women don't do any sort of self reflection until after they've made a mistake and it cost them something. If they don't care, they didn't do anything wrong. But you're a psychologist, she said, turning the interview around. Tell me what is the matter with men? Why do they behave like this in relationships? Again, they're the problem. We're the problem, guys, just so you know. Following the Me Too movement and all the current criticism of male behavior, I have heard variations of this question frequently. Why are men so controlling or so unrelated or so unfeeling? It might seem like a simple question, but the answer is so complicated. Really? Men are controlling. Okay. Uh-huh. I doubt that. Women just don't like being held accountable. Anytime you hold a woman accountable, you're being controlling. That's the problem. They want you to be under their thumb and they want to look through your phone and they want to know where you're going. But if you ask them to, at any point, at the exact same amount of information or respect that they want from you, you're now controlling. That's why you need to stop dealing with these broads. Articles like this just goes to prove like how this crap is going. Getting farther down in here, for one thing, as a psychologist, I have found that it can be extremely important, but also very difficult not to fall into the trap like author, whatever her name is, calls the danger of a single story. There are many different reasons for men's bad behavior. Okay. One of the difficulties she tells us is that men are not so clear about what it means to be a good man, she said. Yeah, we're not, because women use us up and then they tell us what good men are, but they don't date them and they don't know what a good man is. They haven't seen a good man since their grandfather, and he's been dead for 25 years. The fact of the matter is they don't know what they want, but they want you to know what they want, but they don't know, but you need to read their mind. And then you get into this problem right here. You're in a you're in an infinite loop of trying to figure out what she wants when she doesn't know, and you're just going to drive yourself crazy. So don't even do that. Just ignore them. We're in a moment where it means to be a man is shifting, and to some men it feels like there are a lot of mixed messages floating around. As men put it to us, there's a very unclear set of expectations as far as how men should behave. When I interviewed a group of men about Me Too, they agreed that men need to change and that we are actually more critical than women of aggressive and rude action by other men. I try to teach my sons that being sensitive to others people's feelings is good of being a good guy, said one of the dads I interviewed. But in this world, the role models they have, it's not an easy job to convince them. When one of his sons was bullied at school, his teachers did not file to reprimand the other boys, but they also added to the hurt, telling him, "What's the matter with you? Are you some kind of sissy? And that you can't take a little teasing?" Okay, so these men that they're talking about Me Too, because I'm assuming these dudes don't want to get a Me Too case in this little group chat that they're doing, so they're just gonna simp up and lay down like beat dogs. This man needs to grab his testicles and go to his son and tell his son, as soon as he starts getting bullied, he needs to cock back and put his weight on his back leg and twist his hip as he pushes his fist into this bully's neck. And when he goes down, hit him just a couple more times and he'll leave him alone. Don't tell your kid it's okay, tell a teacher. We need to teach these boys to stand up for themselves, because society is making these boys and men weak, soft little boys. And then these women don't understand why they got these crazy feminist predators going out with all these in these movements and have all these simp dudes. Like it's mind baffling. This man, like Anna Sell, is referring to what social scientists call social context, men behaving badly. People do bad things. People do bad things. We all do bad things. Like it's not male or female, but according to this article, only men do bad stuff. Women don't ever do anything. Like, I guarantee you that think this website doesn't have a video about paternity fraud. I guarantee it not. Or I don't know, false grape allegations. I don't know, false domestic abuse violations or crimes or filing. Any of these things. I guarantee that they don't have any of these parental alienations that women do. I guarantee you, it's not in any of this article. And if it's not in this article, I bet it's not on this page, because men are the only ones that do things bad. So you tell men that they're doing bad things, and then you understand why these boys are coming up soft and these dudes don't know what to do. Crazy. Man, you would think that these people would have learned, but I think they know. It's just that they're trying to play coy, because they're slowly socially manipulating men into being wimps, and they're winning. I'm going to say they're winning. So we go farther down to this article, and it talks about David Wexler and William Pollock, who wrote the book When Good Men Behave Badly. Explain to me how they come up with these stupid little sayings like "when good men behave badly." I'm assuming that if you're behaving badly, you're not a good dude. Like, when someone says he's a good dude and then I find out he's cheating on his wife, I don't consider him to be a good dude anymore. Just like when I hear, hey, this dude did a kidnapping, I don't think that he's a good dude. Like, the only time him being a good dude with stupid stuff like that would be okay is maybe if you're a criminal and he's a criminal and you're trying to see if he's okay and he's not gonna snitch, if he's a solid dude. But any normal person isn't gonna assume that is. So why are they writing a book on a minority of people that would use "he's a good dude" in bad situations and trying to elevate that to everybody? Stupid woman think here. They write that some men who hurt others, either intentionally or not, are simply not good people, but otherwise are good people who, from a variety of reasons, engage in bad and not good behavior. The social context in which many of these men have grown up teaches that emotions like sensitivity, sympathy, kindness, understanding, and dependency are signs of weakness. Okay, so this is how you know that this article wants you, as a man, to take your cojones and clip them off and put them in a Tupperware container and give them to a female and let her hide them from you and make your life miserable until you die 10 years earlier from the nagging of marriage. Men should not be dependent. They should not be. A man should be able to be self-sufficient, because when stuff goes down, you're going to have to be self-sufficient. You can't be dependent on other people. That's why when you're in the army, they teach you survival tactics solo and in your crew, in your little platoon. Because as a man, things are going to go a way that you don't think they're going to go, and you have to be able to take care of it yourself. No one's going to come help you and save you. The sympathy, men have sympathy. The reason that men have sympathy is that's the reason why women get crazy and they say stupid stuff or they put their hands on you. Most men don't do anything back because they have sympathy for the fact that they are a smaller creature and they would really hurt them. Like, men have the ability of strength to do a lot of things that they choose not to do out of sensitivity, sympathy, and kindness, and understanding. All of these traits men have. Women just don't like our version of those traits because we're men and they want us to be softer to control us. Pew Research has just released a study confirming that as a society, Americans skew towards not seeing men as being emotional, but as being strong, protective, and authoritative. We are strong, we are protective, and we are authoritative. Those are all roles. And why would we be emotional? If you're emotional, you're going to be reacting. You're not going to be thinking. Like, you need to logically be thinking under stress. You really think that you want your soldiers to go to Iraq or any other country and be in combat and they're being shot at and they're emotional? Or do you want them to be all of these things, strong and protective and logical, and think about what they're doing? Strategy of surviving is all about being logical. It's not about being emotional. That's why women can't cut it like we can. I'm sorry to say, but they can't. Like this, I'm not going to read any more of this article because this article is trash. Like, I'll get here to the bottom and it says, in the long run, we all repeat patterns and we might find yourself looking for the kind of guy you've always liked and maybe have been hurt by. So do some soul searching about what qualities you're looking for. You might find that you're drawn to guys who signal that they are strong, in control, because we too are subject to the same social context as men. So maybe if you can let yourself get to know a couple of men who are a little, can I say, softer, then men need to be sought out and celebrated. The more we reinforce the positivity, the more likely they are to become the role models for other men, and the more likely they will find good men for themselves. Okay, well, just so you know, no strong man, no real man is going to follow a cuck. We're not going to do it. You're not going to pretty much take a man who's a woman with a beard, and trot him out on the stage and tell us that we need to be like him, because we're not going to do it. Like, women, quit trying to tame us and quit trying to put all your crap on us, because I guarantee it, you guys do just as shady, grimy stuff. And if you keep having problems in all your relationships, the most common denominator is you. So there's something toxic about you. Dude, I can't deal with these women. I'm done with this. Guys, thanks for the video. Thanks for joining me on the video. Hit the like, pelvis thrust that subscribe button and that like button. Destroy that share button. And let me know what you guys think in the comments. I'm going to post this down in the description. Let me know if you're buying this malarkey. Peace.